Still going, huh? I'll give you a hint. Don't trust the crow, eh? What have I got to do to get rid of you?
I can't just pick up acid. Never know when some acid will come in handy. Black swan. It doesn't look much like a swan to me. In for a... I don't really want to clean it all. I'd rather keep it. You never know when a rat's pelt... I don't want to damp... I don't need... I don't want to... Defacing... It's barbaric, but hey, it works. That's... I don't have anything to... It's much too far away. How did I come to the... It's much too far. I have nothing to say.
Seashore.
An empty bird bath. He said the ravens...
Neoplasm.
It seems to... I don't need to climb.
Condolences.
The clown told me not to trust the crow.
Don't worry about it. He steals all of his material. And anyway, I'm not a crow.
Goodbye.
It's time to make a torch.
You've got the stick and the fuel. Get to it. Did you help make the stream made in the mysteries of the deep?
I work in metal and shape with flame. The living have no place upon my anvil. Whoever this maiden is, she was forged by others' deeds.
Goodbye.
You have...
That's... I don't want to damage it. It's just... Goodbye. That's not going to work. I'm pretty sure sea star acid is not What an idiot grin. It's not I don't want to damage. It's not a fishing line. That's a It's not a That's... No need to... I don't want to It's not a cutting board. That's...
You think this is fun? You think you're not you?
Already done. That... No need to... No need to... There's nothing I... How would that even... Nothing. I've damaged it. I don't want to damage.
That thing spit. That is...
That's not... I don't want to I don't need to defacing currents. I don't want to I'd rather keep it. I don't want to stream made donated by Black. That's no need. It wouldn't work if I cut it off. The knife's not sharp enough to cut through the canvas. Maybe it's a way out. But not the... It seems like the tarp is coated with something to keep water and acid off. The knife's not sharp enough to cut through the canvas. It's not sharp enough to tear it any wider. I don't need the target. It's much too... It's much too... It's too far up. It's too far off.
Anniversary.
I have nothing.
Recurrence.
It seems to be...
What would a blind old fool... What would a... Even I can tell that that's...
Death.
Very kind of you. What would a... If only I could give my thought. What would...
Phone call.
Have you considered going down?
The grapple's hooked onto something down there. The shell seems weaker, and there's something pearlescent peeking through. That's not going to work. Well, it's out. Shall we? There's something golden in there. It reminds me of her. The roots are too tight for me to reach in. There's something golden in there. That's... It's not sharp enough. Someone's sobbing inside there, but I can't see anything. It's falling off the end of the world. That's not going to work. Nothing to... I don't need the... It won't work on... That's not going to... I'll need to light it first. That's not go... Here we go again. They must be growing down from...
The burning brand you now bear is bright enough to beat back the dark, and hot enough to warm the dead. Go and make use of it.
shine a light on Rota. In the darkness, I can't see or be seen. That is always better.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down this well?
Oh, yes. I've watched her body break upon the roots many times. Shame on the man who cannot keep such a lovely thing.
Who are you?
Outside Rota, locked inside a cage. Husk Rota, hollow Rota, keen and clever Rota. For edges and craft are all they left of me.
All who left of you? Who put you here?
When they killed my boy inside Rota, they hollowed him out and locked me in. For a boy's life and a man's freedom, I took their blood silver and worldly wisdom and built this cage myself with what they gave me. You, of all people, should know that we plan our prisons with our own minds and shape our shackles with our own hands.
Who is inside Rhoda? The one they killed?
No one is inside Rota now. The boy is gone. He's been hollowed out and stuffed with money.
Do you know anything about the Dark Thing? Where it came from, how it can defeat it, anything?
I offer only this advice. Sit sobbing in the shadows, alone and empty. Or else never look back and never look in. In those two ways, a haunted, hunted man can hide from such horror.
I don't want to hide. I want to destroy it.
Then I can't help you. No man can.
What is this place?
You rode a bug to where madness is rooted in myth amid the void. Do you think there's an atlas for such places? I'll tell you this. A carnival is where flesh rises. The grave is where flesh sinks. And here, we hang in between.
Who are they?
They are we. Since I've grown and shrunken into one of them, we are machine men who take and make what we will. My cousin Atri has gone the farthest. A mite of a man in a metal box. You know him. You've known us all. And you'll hate us helplessly.
Did you mean 8-3?
He thinks his reckoning will be easier as a number.
If you're Rhoda and 8-3 is Atri, then who's Alberic?
Who indeed?
Are you suggesting that I'm Alberic?
Stranger. A man who asks another, "Who am I?" will never gain himself an answer. He will only lose. For I can carve from you an Alberic, but never an Adam. You cease to be in God's image the day you cannot say, "I am who I am."
Is that a yes?
No, you fool. It's a warning.
Rhoda, did you have something to do with that mermaid? Stream maid in the mysteries of the deep? I saw your name on the plaque beneath her.
Indeed. We machine men found a nymph and made of her an imago. With all our skill, we cut and cooked and cured, leaving little of her beyond our handicraft. And when men shrink from the sight of such devastation, Their dumbstruck dread pays us homage.
What is the mermaid's name?
We took that and kept it for ourselves. It has a value. It has a price. And we give nothing away for free, least of all what we have stolen.
Tell me her name.
When I am paid.
Tell me her name.
When I am paid.
How can you be proud of creating something so miserable?
We both know the thrills of self-loathing are no less than those of self-love. And is it not agreed that misery loves company?
Goodbye.
Yes, it will be good when...
Too risky. It's falling off the end of the world. Here we go again.
Classroom. Specialist.
I have nothing to say to him. It's much... I'm not holy enough for self-immolation. Circus fires... Hello? 8-3? He's dead. Goodbye. Nothing happened.
Fire alone isn't enough.
You need a spirit.
Yeah. Why do you think they call it a spirit lamp, dummy?
Goodbye. Too many. Shut down MOTD. Starfish keeps spitting. Find something. Without 8-3 to 4. I have nothing.
Wife.
Burning.
What would a blind...
A healthy tree like that will never...
the querent, still burning with questions. The fire is fitting, and from it we will draw truth. I see the end, querent. I see the living die, and the dead speak, in the gray, grim home of ghosts. I see the one with wings rising up, ready to face his foe at last. Fool, hermit, hanged man, death, devil, emperor, priestess, lover, empress. You know what waits. You know the stakes. But I know no more. Now it falls to you to give the final answer.
That was unnerving. I already woke.
Spirits!
We who dwell in the deep.
Hate! Hate! Hate!
It's going to be hard enough already to get. Sometimes a torch can solve any problem. I don't want to damage it. I don't want to damage. I don't want to threaten. What exactly am I?
Giving the old girl something to...
Goodbye. Warm the dead, huh? Let's give it a try.
My embers are rekindled by my own fire, and I live again, at least while it lasts.
Were you actually dead? What was it like?
Cold and dark, an empty void with no air to breathe or burn, and endless time to feel the lack of life. That is what waits for us both.
The dark thing killed you, and I brought you back to life. Help me destroy it, for your sake and mine.
My hate burns hot for that impurity. But my fire has grown tired, and I have given you already the gift of a burning brand.
Goodbye.
You have said...
Easter.
Gather more spirits. Even the bird whose head now serves for your torch has a spirit to take. I wonder if it means Rhoda. Even cooked, it would be unappetizing.
Spirits!
Burning one bird was probably enough. No sense throwing that away. Tell me her name, or I'll use my torch again.
No pain or fear can make me talk. My boy.
It won't work. Inside Rhoda, stuffed with money, huh? I wonder.
So little left of my boy. A loss for a loss will square our accounts. And so, I name her Nineveh. Yes, Nineveh. What's happening? No!
He's gone.
Did I not warn you? Tell you to keep to the shadows, not to look backward or inward, and thus to hide from the dark thing. But you took my shadows, made me look back to my past, and made me see inside Rota again. You killed me, and now I weep no more.
Let's get out of here. Nineveh. Your name is Nineveh.
Yes. Now, show me the blade, while the pain of my name is still sharp.
As sharp as tragedy, huh? Let's see what it can cut. Thank you.
Leave me.
I've got nothing. That's not.
It's big enough to squeeze through now.
Come see the lovely Teratoma. Watch her sway her shapely
What
legs.
is this?
Stare in her shining eye.
I don't want to damage. I don't want to. I can't feed it there. It gulped that meat right down. I don't want. I don't need the target.
And touch her tender lips.
It feels like real hair. Here we go again.
Did you really think you could cut through this knot that easily?
All you're doing is raveling and unraveling the same sorry thread that's guided you through the maze of a miserable life. How many times do you need to be told? This ends at the top of the park. That's not... I'm no That's... I don't want to damn... I hope I'm doing the right thing. Goodbye.
You...
I don't want to burn. It can't be better. Since I brought you back to life...
As I did, be spending my meager heat. But you still must bring me a work order.
Goodbye.
You...
Golden wings!
Abstraction. My wing.
Huh? Wing?
It's illegible.
Poe.
Bread, please. I've got no use. I've got...
Bennies.
I can't use this as a work order. I don't need the target.
My wing.
Huh? Wing?
It's illegible.
Seashore.
Come see the lovely Teratoma!
One more should do it. Look at that. Lend me your eye?
Watch her sway her shapely legs. Stare in her shining eye.
I don't want to damage. What is this? I have nothing to say. You might want this.
Do I? We shall see, eh? It's good to see through another's eye, though the world is still as it was. Thank you for that gift.
Constellation. My wing.
Huh? Wing? I see you. No. Don't you see? At last, I was truly in the dark. A world without words, or memories, or visions. With nothing but the sound of doves' wings. Please, won't you let me go back?
Rest in peace, old man. Rest in peace. His last testament. It's not much of a tree for climbing.
The woman, the head, the rat, the freak, the scribe. Death follows you like a shadow, doesn't it?
For the last time, I bid you stand aside. Behold the wings, fit for one who would soar and glide. My last, best work.
It didn't work. It won't work. I don't want to damage. That's not the grapple I made. Too many fine. It's already burning. It worked. Here we go again. Time to walk, I guess. Whew. I'll need a little more elevation. My arm's free enough. It's out of reach. I'm not strong enough to pull it down.
That's not.
They're far too heavy for me. I guess there's nothing left of them. not strong enough. I'm not strong.
What the hell is going on? Don't tell me you're expecting a joke. Fine. Don't worry, it's all in your... Sometimes you fall behind, sometimes you get a... Wow, you're really in over your... You know, the thing is, it's never clear till the end whether something's a comedy or a tragedy. If the Reverend Doctor only brings the good word, Juliet wakes up in Romeo's arms. And if he doesn't, never was a story of more woe.
He's the one with the mouth, unfortunately. Hey, over here. Thank God. You've got to get me out of here. We need to get back to her. We were so close. And then the dark thing did whatever it did. And ever since, I've just been stuck. Seriously, just smash the glass and help. I don't know how this happened. It feels like I've been in here a long time, but I can't remember how I got here. Was it you who put me here? No, I can't believe that. Listen, we need to reconnect. This situation, this separation, it isn't good for either of us. Mens sana and corpore sano and all that. Don't look at me. I'm stuck in a box. You need to walk around, see where we are, figure out how to get back to where we should be. Are you all right? Just take care of yourself. Ourself. Myself. It's time for you to get to work. Wait! Don't leave me! Nothing but darkness. The webs are too... I can't break... It's too far up. Is someone there? Or is it just the wind? If. I can't talk, and hopefully neither can it. I have no mouth, and I must talk. They were helpful. Deadland.
Again? If you're expecting you'll be waiting along?
It's an ad for Balm of Gilead. There's a photo of a mysteriously with the caption, "Find out today at the." I warned you about the rides. You should have paid attention to the signs earlier. Now it's too late. Human skulls in another kind of shooting gallery, except without any gun. I can't reach.
Who would have that sweet balm of Gilead? Some visitor, gently rapping, tapping, nothing more.
There's no gun. There's no gun. In this head, by horror haunted, where you tremble, shamed and daunted, there is something you have wanted. One thing only, nothing more. Waiting here, within a bottle, the promise of surcease of sorrow, a vacant past, and no tomorrow. Will you take it, we implore? Too bad I can't answer them. Good for the goose, good for the whatever that is. My tooth! Tooth? Your
My
You can't fool me into writing vulgarity.
My finger!
Finger, eh? It's illegible. I'm done with branch breaking for the day. Week? How long has it?
Plan.
It's part of the...
Is.
Pretty sure 8-3 is dead. Also, pretty sure I can't talk. I couldn't even use the regular anvil myself. Hard to use it without a head. Glass houses and stones, right? Wait. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's good to be back together.
Did you miss me? Sadly, we're stuck together, like a canker in a rose. Et in purgatorio ego. Trust me, my lot's much worse than yours. To be stuck at your stumbling pace, sharing in your shame, unable to abide or abort, to forgive or forget. Familiarity, my fool, doth breed contempt.
Will you take it, we implore?
Yes?
Take it, we implore.
There's a bottle labeled Balm of Gilead. It's
Oh, blind stranger, bought you in this place of danger to find some friendly face or welcome manger, some escape within a drawer. Fool, there is no balm, no calm, no Aiden. Gilead is gone, and so's your maiden. So keep this pain inside your cranium and bear its burden evermore.
That's not going to work. You look just like me.
Two men can look the same, and yet see very differently.
No, really. Are you me?
A stranger asks a blind man, "Who am I?" But how can he possibly expect an answer? Wait, tell me your name. Yes?
I don't know.
You see?
See what?
That you are begging the question.
Well, what's your name?
The dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten.
It's not just you. Everywhere I look here, I see us.
Ego of egos. All is ego.
You really don't know your name?
Well, I remember the name Gershom, but whether it's mine, or yours, or both of ours, I can't quite say. What I can tell you is, a good name is better than a fine perfume.
Listen, I was trying to get to a woman, and this dark thing, it became a crab. And I think I killed it, but somehow, it sent me here, wherever here is. And I need to get back to her somehow. That much I know.
The dead, who have already died, are happier than the living, who are still alive.
But isn't death different here?
You ask, but I can't possibly answer. For in the realm of the dead, there is neither knowledge nor wisdom.
Even if you can't tell me about death, at least tell me how to get back to her.
There is a time to search, and a time to give up.
What if I'm not ready to give up?
Pity anyone who falls, and has no one to help them.
I don't want your pity. I want a way back to her.
The sun rises and the sun sets, and hurries back to where it rises. Even a fool knows that if he wants to go back the way he came, he just needs to retrace his steps.
Why are you just sitting here, letting that snake thing drip venom on you?
When I could see, I saw a tree with a snake, and thought it the tree of knowledge. So I sat and hoped to learn. Now I'm blind and have nowhere else to go.
Is there anything I can do to help with the snake?
Once, I think, there was a woman who caught the snake's venom in a bowl as it fell, and spared me some suffering. Now I wonder if she was just a dream, or whether she became the tree, or was the tree all along.
Is there anything I can do to...
If you could...
Have you learned anything sitting here?
Yes. I learned that in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
What happened to your eyes? Did you feed them to that snake thing?
No. I looked the wrong way for wisdom, and the bitter poison I saw left me blind. But in time, I learned that while the wise have eyes in their heads, and the fool walks in darkness, the same fate overtakes them both.
So what is the fate of blind fools and wise men?
Chasing after the wind.
Do you have any meat? Or bread?
No. The fool folds his hands together and eats his own flesh.
Are you sure you don't have...
I have no... As I said,
there used to be a tree here. and an old man. What happened? The wheel is broken at the well, and days have lengthened like a shadow.
No, really, where are we? And what happened to the carnival?
Do not say why were the old days better than these, for it is not wise to ask such questions.
What are those quotes you keep spouting?
The assembled wisdom of worthless toil.
Why can't you just speak for you?
Because, fool, while a man...
Goodbye.
Remember the day for the...
2.
There's nothing in the bottle.
That's... might just work. Ah, well done.
Is there anything I can...
The cup and my head is anointed. Empty it, please, and bring it back. Goodbye.
I'm done with branch...
Wait.
It won't budge.
Thank you. Could you put the bottle back now?
I feel like a waiter.
4.
Is there anything I...
The cup and my head empty. Goodbye.
Me.
It's poison.
Is that what you think you are? A poor martyr caught in the coils of circumstance. It should be her beneath the snake, succumbing to the drip, drip, drip of a death you cannot stop. Naive indeed, but you'd rather paint yourself a victim to blunt the pain of failure. The truth is sharper than a serpent's tooth, isn't it?
I've got the real thing.
How would that e- How would that e- How would that e-
It's like a cross between a croquet mallet, a shillelagh, and a nightmare. It's the wrong tool. What are you?
A man dreaming he's a bird? Or am I a bird dreaming he's a man? Either way, I'm just a fragment of your imagination.
Don't you mean a figment of my imagination?
Partly.
What happened to this place?
Life has killed the dream you dreamed. But don't worry, everything else here is dead too. That's why they call it Deadland.
I was flying to a woman and then a crab grabbed me. And somehow, when it was all over, I wound up here. How can I get back to her?
I heard a joke once. I think the punchline is, carry on.
Can't you help me get back to her?
I can't even help you get back to you.
Deadland? Am I?
A headless man walks in a world of ghosts and he wonders, am I a dead man dreaming he's alive? Or a live man dreaming he's dead?
Goodbye.
Fare far, if that's your fate.
Sadly, I'm neither St. Patrick.
Two.
Pen and paper are in. Are you sure? I have, as I said. Goodbye. Pen and paper. Well, bottoms.
Well, I'm glad we're seeing eye to eye.
Tell.
I feel like a waiter. Is there any and my emptied? Goodbye.
You.
It won't budge. Thank you. Could you put the bot? I'm done with branch break. I feel like a. Is there any? The cup and my empty. Goodbye.
Hey.
That's not ever. They're all. I couldn't even. Come on, that's not how I use a work. Wish you were here, 8-3. It would run right up. You can't make any. There's some kind of building where the crab was, and a bunch of mirrors. It's not operational. That's not... He's too fast.
Clue.
Tempting, but... Are you sure I have... As I... Goodbye. Or... I'm pretty sure... At least the line's not dead.
Three may be dead, but he is not gone. Here, even shadows have shadows.
Wish you were here, 8-3. No need to decide. That's... No need to... I'm not a black... I'm not a black... Come on, that's not how I... You can't make... Is anyone there? 8-3?
Atri, that is my name.
Why have you called me?
You said your name was Atri, but in another place. I think I knew you as 8-3.
Atri died, so that 8-3 might live. So, there he was, and here I am.
So you two are the same person?
How many lives, how many selves have you scattered across this place and the other one? You should know by now that every man contains a multitude, and life is a process of elimination.
So Atri was eliminated?
In time, a man's name becomes the sum of his shames. It turns poisonous. It shrinks him and sickens him until he thinks the whole world is made of poison. And then he thinks, better to come of age again, to be a number, the sum of primes, highly cototient. Yes, there's safety in numbers. And so poisonous Atri is left behind, and industrious 8-3 soldiers on.
You were one of the ones who did whatever it was you did to Nineveh, aren't you?
And you're one of the ones who blames the doctor for the sickness he couldn't stop. So here in your head, you've painted me a poisoner, and a freak, and a dwarf, and a number. So, which of us makes monsters?
What the hell do you mean, I make monsters?
I am but a walking shadow. This is your game to play. You picked the pieces, laid the board, and made the rules.
What did you mean when you said, here in my head?
You walked through your mouth to get here. Where else did you think we were?
I thought we were in Deadland.
Where could the land of the dead be, other than our memories?
In another place, you, or 8-3, made things for me. Can you do that for me here?
With what? I have nothing but my own burning shame. And even here, no work is done without an order.
Can you make me?
With I have
Goodbye.
A funny phrase. Once, it meant God be with you. Does that really seem a fitting farewell in this pit? It is an order, but how can I obey with no tool? It is a tool.
You can't make it. It would run.
It is a tool, not raw material.
They fit just. I don't need the tar. They're all ready.
You want to go up? Try going down instead.
Here goes.
Just missed it.
When am I going to hit the bottom? What bottom? What the hell? You?
Yes, me. Now listen. In the world of entomology, an imago is an insect in its final mature state, typically winged. In the world of psychotherapy, however, an imago is an idealized mental image of another person, wielding great power over the psyche, power to unify the fragmented body, Lacan writes. In Latin, of course, the word means image, or echo, or phantom.
What are you talking about?
Whichever it was that you sought in the pit, the last stage of growth, the idealized person of another, or a ghost in the dark, I advise you to look up, not down in your search. You can fall to your end, but not to a proper ending.
Wait. What does it all mean?
Brother, we cicadas crawl through the dark earth for 6,000 days, just to fly for a few brief weeks of light and love. You ask me what it means. I tell you, do not waste your wings, and do not spurn the mana you are given.
I can't just pick it up with my hands. Well, bottoms up. There's nothing else in. Nothing but dark. I have nothing to.
Some.
There's nothing in the bottle. They fit just fine in my... It would take a much better craftsman... Can you work with that?
Oh, yes. Only black bile defies my craft. This is what's left from intellect gnawing at the roots of wisdom. From it would come something incisive. You need only bring me a tool and give your order.
Will this do?
There is tooth, fit for one who would bite deeply.
You always come back to the knife. But has it ever helped you? Were you ever able to cut loose from misery? To strike a blow against your demons? Never. Dull, dull, dull.
It looks a little like me. Or maybe I should say it looks like a little me. A lot like a little me. I'll just give him a little poke. I feel like a what? I can't use. Is there the cup and my imp? Goodbye.
Tidbit.
Here we go again. He definitely didn't look happy. There's a note stuck. The world is a mess. Faces, costumes, voice. We all wish to appear as we deceive our, and in the end, we do not even.
Hey you! Or is it hey me?
Neither. We're all fakes. Who are you?
Just think of us as fragments. Masqueraders.
Fakes. Masqueraders? You don't even have masks.
If your friend the cicada were here, do you know what he'd say?
Mask. From the Latin, masca.
A cover for the face. A specter.
A nightmare.
And we all have nightmares here, don't we?
Onkos was the Greek word. It meant the mask worn by an actor in a tragedy.
It also meant a weight or a burden.
The mass of misery that hangs on the head of one who suffers.
And we all have burdens here, don't we?
Can you take off the mask? Set down the burden. Wake up from the nightmare.
That's what you've been doing.
Your mind is a matryoshka.
But be careful. What's underneath could be worse.
Worse? Sure, we put on masks for a reason, don't we?
Maybe under all those layers of overcoats, there's only a dead rat.
And what if there's nothing beneath? Where are we? The carnival? My head? Why not both?
A Coney Island of the mind.
Can you help me find her? The woman. I know you know who she is.
Sure thing. Walk up the tracks.
Do it yourself.
That's the whole problem.
It's not a pilgrim's progress when you hitch a ride.
But you've still gotta get past us.
Get past you?
Sure thing.
Just need to look us in the face.
And say please.
Please?
Sure thing. Just tell me this. Do you remember what you called me? The man you were?
I called you a hanged man.
Why?
Because we were already condemned. We just didn't realize it yet.
And how about me? The man before you? What did you call me? Do you remember?
I called you a fool.
Why?
Because we should have found a way to help her. Well, then, now it's my turn. The you who is to come. What did you say I was? Remember? I called you a hermit. You gonna tell me why? You really need to ask? Because she's gone.
Well, that's that. Except that you'll have to look at yourself again up there. Only it'll be worse.
Up where?
You'll see.
Hopefully that hike won't repeat itself. I think I'd rather hit the tree again. It's out of reach. It's not like my luck can get any worse. Only 2 rocks left. Just enough for what needs to be done. I'm not going to... Here we go again. Well, last one. Huh. For once I did something right. It's out of reach. I'm sick of being watched. Not bad. Well, look at that. In we go.
Please write your name to continue.
So, what do I write? There's no switch. Hello? Hello? Well, I guess it's an eye, not an ear. Just an ordinary mirror.
Please write your name to continue. You did not write your name.
Hey, it's blank again.
Please write your name to continue. You did not write your name.
I'm not going to punch a mirror. Nothing to fill it. Nothing to fill. I can't fill it with. There's no switch.
Please write your...
No going back.
Please write your name to continue.
That's it, isn't it? Your name. Ha. Well, I wasn't planning on going back anyway.
The man who takes the right path will find his cup runs over, while he who goes the other way will, by and by, be left with nothing.
I can barely even see myself with these pieces missing. It's out of reach. The mirror looked special, but it's just my same old reflection. Same old reflection. Same old reflection. Same old reflection. The liquid's out of reach. It's out of reach! Hello? I know you can talk. Just say something.
Something.
Not worth the effort. It's out of reach. Same old... That's not going... Nothing to fill... It's out of reach. Not worth the effort. I can't just lean over and drink. Whew, strong stuff. Well, it worked for Alice. head feels strange. Not again. Where is it? What the hell?
Quoth the raven, huh? All right. Ever heard of the mirror mark test? Eggheads use it to see if an animal really knows itself. You put the thing in front of a mirror, and you put a mark on its forehead. Then you see, does it understand the animal in the mirror is its own reflection? Or does it just get mad and lash out? Everything from God to corvids have passed it. And yet, here you are. Oh, so you don't like the mirror? Well then, let me give you another mark to work with. Ravens mate for life. Actually, most of us birds are monogamous, which means that thing you humans find so romantic. You're not spotting yourselves in swans and turtle doves. You're admiring the avian in humanity. It's the closest you'll ever get to flying, really. Still lashing out. Only a fool thinks he needs a broken mirror to reflect a broken man.
Mystic, sacred, mythic, profane. And so the wheel turns on and on. Young eyes see the world for what it is. But from our teachers we learn pareidolia. Our vision warps until we see nothing but distorted versions of ourselves in every stone and socket. And when one sees his sin etched in every inch, he's left with no choice but blindness.
Did you think I was full? That I was gone? No. I will hound you until I swallow your son.
A little broken glass never hurt anybody, right?
I already told you, you need to go the right way to fulfillment.
Well, it's progress. We're getting there. Almost got it. One more shard. It's shattered. Not worth the effort. No more. The liquid's out of reach. Too slow. Always too slow. The liquid's out of reach.
It's time to unwind things. You brought the water up. Now bring it down. Are you really still stuck?
Yes?
If you want to find the troll mirror's shard embedded in your mind's eye, keep walking left and watch the waters drain away.
Hey, a ladder just appeared back there. Funny. No bottle down here. I don't want to touch it. There. What is that? You know, someone once told me, the man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. But what else am I going to do? I did it! I made it back! Don't worry, I'm here. I'll get you out of there. It's not even locked. I'm here. What? What is that? No!
Oh, this is always my favorite part. Like I told you, you always drop the ball at the end.
No!
Don't bother. I'm already inside your head. You know that. I've always been watching. Watching you squander and ruin every single good thing in your life. Did you think you could win? Idiot. Take a good look at the setting you made for our little escapade. In your heart, you knew this was a carnival game. You knew life was a carnival game. Rigged from start to finish. It was never a matter of winning. Just a question of how much you would lose before you realized it was time to quit. Well, ready to quit yet? Done yet? Aren't you sick of running? Your whole life. Running from that dark thing always just behind you, like a black dog. Hungry, angry, relentless. And you fed it, didn't you? Let it grow big enough to swallow the sun, didn't you? And now there's nowhere left to run. Too heavy to lift. I guess I'm nowhere. I've fallen enough. That's the thing with shadows. You can never escape them, unless you go into utter darkness. But you failed even at that. You're too worthless to even quit while you're behind, let alone to win. You really thought you could save her from that dark crab that had her in its clutches. After all, a man is meant to be the hero of his own adventure, but not you. You are just a husk, a rat. They don't have a cut.
I can't move with this noose around my...
You, of all people, should know the playwright's truth. Death is never a tragedy. Death is where a tragedy ends. Now you're left with nothing but masks and metaphors, excuses and equivocations, and a woman, always just out of reach.
I've fallen in... It's too far to jump.
What do we make of a man who plays a deadly game, but only when the rules say he can't die? You're worse than a pawn. A sacrifice can't save your queen. And even if you reach the end of the board, she's not coming back. And it's all your fault.
I can't reach them. That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Coward.
How would that even work? They're too...
Liar. Idiot.
This is starting to feel like...
Deja vu, but not quite. Now, you're going to think I'm telling you about jamais vu for the first time, no matter how often we've already had this conversation. It's when you've heard something before, been somewhere before, met someone before, and yet it feels completely unfamiliar. If a man writes death 1,000 times, he starts to wonder, is that even a word? But it is. Oh, how it is.
we're getting somewhere. No, you're on a journey and you're wearing your... Do you really think you can escape me?
I've got you.
I did it. I made it. But the dark thing, it's right behind me. There is no dark thing, you liar. These symbols are evasions. Crows, crabs, clowns. This grab bag of myths and masks and make-believe. It's all an evasion. She's dead. Do you understand? You can't talk your way out of that. You can't cut your way out of that. You can't imagine your way out of that. This figment, this fragment. Savor all you want, or don't. It doesn't matter. She's a fake, and you're a fraud. You already failed. You didn't save her. You can't. She's dead. This whole carnival is a lie. A funhouse mirror. Because you're too ashamed to look in a real mirror and see who you really are. You know I'm right. The only thing in your whole damned adventure that's ever been true is what I've been saying. I am your mirror. He's lying.
He's telling you facts. But what a mirror can show is a dim reflection at best. Our lives, ourselves, they're more than just facts. They're truths. And all those symbols let us see the world's truths through the eyes of another, as a lover's eyes show us our own bright selves. You saw me, and I have never stopped seeing you, my love.
But are you dead?
Yes, dead, not gone. I'm here, aren't I?
And that shadow of me, he's here too.
If there's a shadow in your mind, it's because there's a light in your mind to cast it. You thought I was the light, but it was always inside you. I saw it. The whole world is full of lights, shining in the darkness, like the sky is full of stars, and the field is filled with fireflies. You thought I caught you as you fell through darkness, but you were the light I saw. We caught each other. In here, out there, our light is still shining. And now, once more, you need to spread your wings and fly toward that light.
How? Every time I've tried to fly, I've crashed. And now the wings are gone.
You have what you need, my love.
He has nothing, and he will fly nowhere. Beyond this gloom in which you're hiding, there's just reality, as hard and sharp as a knife. Out there is what you're running from. Your black dog, your dark thing, your shadow. We are the reflection of a life you can't look in the face.
Don't look it in the face, my love. Look it in the eyes. And soar.
That's not.
Goodbye, my love.